He says, investing is like sipping wine slowly, and trading is like taking a tequila shot. You know which is good for health, but you also know which is more thrilling. And within 3 months' time, the share price went up to rupees 143, which gives him 3 times return and was sufficient to keep his commitment to the clients who were helping him with their money in the beginning.
Hey guys, are you thinking money can only be made in the stock market during bull run? My dear friend, you will be wrong. If you are knowledgeable and smart investor, you can even make more money in the bear market. As the fear of recession looming across the globe, it is very relevant to know about those people who actually made money in bear market too. Not even once in their life, twice significantly in their life.
Hi, I am Chandril, an investment coach and portfolio risk manager. Today I am going to tell you about that individual who is known as real big bull in Indian stock market. So, lot to know and discuss. Let's start.
It was a calm winter morning in Mumbai. One young gentleman approaching towards an office building which is at Fort area in Mumbai. The gentleman was a bit apprehensive about the upcoming meeting because he is going for the first time. However, he continuously talking to himself and preparing so that it should not be an embarrassment for him. If it is, then it would be a red mark in his career. He was literally nervous because what he was heard about the person with whom he is going to meet in few minutes is very straightforward and always call a spade a spade. He slowly went upstairs and halt for a moment at the doorstep of the person's cabin. And he finds a portly man staring intensely at the trading screen, furiously chewing pan in his famous white shirt, and suddenly taking his eyes off from the screen and looked at the young gentleman. The young chap cannot resist himself. He just asked, "Are you not getting tired by looking at your trading screen all along the day?" With a loud laugh and a wide smile, the portly man in white shirt, "Udayan, it is like you have free license to enjoy babes at your will for 6 hours every day. Would you get bored in doing so?" Do you know who is the person was? He is great Rakesh Jhunjhunwala. And the young nervous gentleman was very well known CNBC TV18 anchor Mr. Udayan Mukherjee. Rakesh Jhunjhunwala was like this, witty, funny but very straight at times. Rakesh was born in a Marwari family on 5th July 1960. His father was an income tax officer. Since his childhood, he has seen his father was very enthusiastic about stock market. Seeing that, Rakesh also gradually getting interested in stock market. He observed when his father gets some time to leisure, he discussed about stock market movements, percentages of gain and losses, etc. with his friends. Little Rakesh listened to this discussion with prime interest. One day, he asked to his father, "Papa, why so much ups and downs in the stock market? How do you follow those?" His father responded, "Follow Daily's newspaper. You will find multiple information about companies and being covered there. When some good news comes about a company, their stocks will go up. When there is a negative news, stock price of that company usually comes down. If you follow this synchrony, you will also understand the game, my little son." This advice motivated Rakesh so much that he was decided to build his career in the stock market. Thinking so, Rakesh getting more and more involved in the stock market related matters. But his father firmly said, "You can opt for stock market as a career. For that, you must complete your education." Father thought if in the future he fails in the stock market, at least an academic degree can help him to survive. Rakesh agreed to this negotiation as that will give him some extra margin of comfort to start stock market venture. However, father put another condition. He says, "तू मेरे से पैसा मत मांगना और किसी से उधार भी नहीं लेना. मैं तेरा उधार मिटाऊंगा नहीं." Rakesh heard these comments from his father. However, speaks to himself that he got few positive from this discussion. That his dream of stock market get approved. He got license to take this as a career, and he allowed him to take future of his own against a condition that is good for him too. And Rakesh was more or less happy with this outcome and take this as a challenge to achieve. Now, Rakesh is facing another problem. He has only rupees 5,000, but that is not sufficient to dream big in the stock market. Wearing on this, he was thinking how he can manage to have some sizable corpus to start his stock market venture, as he already have committed to his father that he cannot take money from anybody or take loan from anybody. Suddenly, one idea clicks in his mind. He reached out to his elder brother, who is a CA and managing a client base. Young Rakesh requested his brother and gets an approval to talk some of his clients for stock market investment. In this process, he actually motivated two clients and take 2,50,000 corpus from one and rupees 5 lakhs from another client to manage in the stock market investment, with a commitment to return 2 times on the invested corpus. Now, he has the required starting amount to try his destiny in the stock market world. He first purchased 5,000 stocks of Tata Tea at rupees 43, and within 3 months' time, the share price went up to rupees 143, which gives him 3 times return and was sufficient to keep his commitment to the clients who were helping him with their money in the beginning. Tata Tea, Titan, Goa, etc. are all those phenomenon stock market journey which makes him famous, as what he believes is that you only can be famous when you are risk taking and risk managing capability you have, not through your investment gain. So his philosophy was simple: investigate the company, understand the true valuation and assess the proper potential of growth through economy and industry analysis, and then invest for a long-term view. His in-depth understanding of the companies and its business was worth mentioning. In 1989, when VP Singh formed the non-Congress coalition government, everybody was very skeptic about the government's strategic priorities, as Mandal Commission was burning issue that time with Bofor scam and all. So people was very much in a view that union budget would be pro people and there would not be literally anything for the business and stock market. But Rakesh, as usual, by his nature, thought otherwise. Seeing the continuous selling pressure and stocks are being available at a very, very discounted price, he invested a huge lump sum in the market. And moving opposite to the market trend with the belief that VP Singh is actually from a business family and he was Union Commerce Minister earlier, so he cannot make a budget completely anti-business. This master move has increased his net worth 25% up in a month's time, as people realized that budget is pro-business too and the faith on stock market again get restored. Rakesh has shown the world how money can be made in deep bear market. During Harshad Mehta Scam in 1992, when Harshad siphoning out the bank receipts fund in stock market was moving up in a very rapid pace. Seeing that, Mr. Radhakishan Damani, the founder of DMart, advised Rakesh that he is sensing some fraud in the market behavior and advised him to short sell his holding on stock. Soon after, the Sucheta Dalal flashed the scam out in the media and market crashes out. Rakesh and Damani earned biggest profit in the lifetime through this short sell position. His passion for stock market was unmatched. He truly enjoyed trading and investing so much an extent that he refuses to take anything else. He recognized the intrinsic benefit of both and could compartmentalize different skill sets for each. He was technically trained chartered accountant and had studied at Srirandam College. When he spoke about economy, one listened no matter how much one was inclined to disagree. In one interview, he mentioned that if he could envision his last day on earth, it would be involving spending time with his family at the breakfast table, praying at house shrine and then packing off for his office, where he would buy and sell stocks, fatafat lo, fatafat becho. After that, market closed for the day, he would meet managers and corporate representatives and then push off to down a few drinks at his favorite watering hole, Joffrey's, at Marine Plaza Hotel on Marine Drive. After that, they can burn me, what he said. His most defining feature was his fearlessness and his staunch belief in Indian economy. He framed his investing strategies on his beliefs and wouldn't back down from them. In his close connection, he says on the day of 26/11 attack, India doesn't bow down to trader. That he wished that markets should remain open and not close as a way to show his belief in India as a country and as a people was fundamental. His passion was infectious. He wasn't doing that because he needed a client's money. He always invested his own money. Being a bull was his method, and believing in Indian growth potential was the way no one else did what his philosophy was. As per the blue-blooded investor goes, Rakesh was a strange beast. On one hand, he would build a position of stock market and then hold it for years without flinching to realize its full potential, a classic Warren Buffett style. On the other hand, he would actively trade futures and options, moving in and out of counters with the practiced ease of a hard-nosed day traders. When people asked him about this hybrid approach, his response was typical classic Rakesh style. He says, investing is like sipping wine slowly, and trading is like taking a tequila shot. You know which is good for health, but you also know which is more thrilling. He was true big bull of all times. His approaches are myth in the market. The hybrid approach, what he followed, was found to be the most effective and has become the learning path for fellow investors like all of us. The processing of information and finding out the best benefit out of it in the trading platform is a class. What I believe his life should be a lesson for every Indian investors, and they should follow it. If you differ with the hybrid approach of Rakesh Jhunjhunwala, please type your view in the comment box with justification. If you like this video, please like, share and subscribe KnoGrowInvest channel to know more about such unknown, untold, wonderful stories of stalwarts of stock markets.
Thank you and see you in the next videos.